So in this video it's an Ace Gaming T95E2, which is a Cold War Western Alliance Era 1 medium tank. It's currently on an earn up, so you can earn this tank by getting 300 points, and you get 1 point for every 1000 damage you do. Fairly good op. If you do 4000 damage in a game, you get 4 points, so you don't have to play 300 games to get this tank. I've seen a few videos on this. I think people don't really rate it, but I quite like it. This is the equipment I run: rammer, vertical stabilizer, the optics, and in this game I just got the sort of basic repair, medikit, and food. And this is the commander crew I've got, the 6 basic ones along with snapshot, run and gun. Run and gun, I've got it just because you're on ridges quite a lot in this tank, and just rocking backwards and forwards, run and gun can help just keep the gun as accurate as it can. So I've just gone on that ridge. The enemy team didn't push the AB line as hard as they do sometimes, so just moved along down the E line a little bit. The shell velocity on this, as you can see, as long as you get used to it, you can lead the shots, and it does work. You just need to get used to it. The shell velocity is fairly slow, but I think it's comparable to the stock gun on the M47. So I don't really see an issue with it. It's just something to be aware of. So we've got this M47 here. It's just pushed far too aggressively, and we're on this nice little ridge. I was thinking this would be a good place to get a nice hold down. I think the main problem with this tank is that the turret armour isn't much good, but as you can see, they're missing their shots, but when you do get hit, it's likely to pen. So try and use as much of the 14 degrees of gun depression as I can just to get over this ridge and give the enemy just the smallest target I can give them. I think that's the main thing to think about this tank. I think it's just Era 1 overall. I think it's just how they've balanced it. Sort of everything pens, everything else. So just getting the 14 degrees of gun depression, it just helps you be a small target. So they will have to kind of snipe your turret. It's working here at the moment. I've only been hit once, so yeah, it's a pretty good little tactic to be aware of. So we shot down the E3 that just kind of yellowed the middle, just wanting to go back on this ridge. I can see with true vision there's something there. Doesn't look like it's moving. So just put another shot in. It's down to a 1 shot. So up to 2,700 damage already, 700 assisted. Yeah, FE 4005 just kind of gets in my way. It takes a hit. Shouldn't be on a ridge like that. And that's the other advantage of this tank. As you can see, the front suspension where the track is and the rear one, the difference in that is quite big. So that really does get the angle of the hull down. And the big advantage of that is that with the true vision, if you're just showing a little bit of your turret over the ridge, it's very difficult for them to spot you. So this light tank seems to be lighting us all up here. I'm concerned about these tanks on the ridge over there. Unfortunately, just track it in place, bounce. I think it must have got absorbed. Just aiming for the centre mass, just trying to put the shots in as fast as I can. So yeah, this tank, as I said, I think it's worth grinding for. I think it's a fairly good tank. I actually got this during the last trading event. I thought I was being quite smart trading in the Paladin, so I ended up spending, I think it was just over 3,700 gold on this, which is less than half price. A better deal than getting on personal offer, and then I've re-earned the Paladin. Still a bit annoyed that it's gone on and earned after being so soon after being on a trading event, but there we go. And just with that WZ111, with the heat, made sure to aim for the turret so it doesn't get absorbed by any tracks. And the same on this M46, just with the heat, there's some destructible cover down here when I zoom in. Yeah, so I'm holding my shot and I'm just aiming above the tracks. Just make sure I don't hit the tracks, don't hit any of the cover. And yeah, just trying to get the last couple of shots into this tank. It's 10-2, get a nice fire there, and we might shout it down. Enemy down to their last tank, object 268. Really fun tank destroyer to play, that tank. There's a medium over there on low health, and I'm thinking it's pretty much done for. So I'm just trying to go onto this ridge. Again, just trying to get some shots in. No idea where that shot went. Didn't look like there was a trace or anything. So yeah, just trying to put the shots in now. Aim for the lower plate. The 268, it is really it's a fun tank to play. A lot of people struggle to pen it, but as soon as you load heat, there's no spaced armor on it or anything like that. So as long as you can get shots that are relatively flat on, you'll probably pen it. But now with that medium taken down by it, just charging in now. The change of setting between sort of the suspension and the mobility is pretty quick, and we just end up getting the last kill there. So yeah, MVP on that one, just over 4,800 damage, 700 assists, get some good shots in there, 29 overall. And yeah, no block damage, so for a hold down tank, doesn't really have any turret armor, but as I said, I think the benefit is that it's a small target, especially with true vision. If you're just peeking over a ridge, they won't be able to see you. So yeah, I think it's definitely worth grinding the urn up for. It's a fun tank. It's a bit gimmicky at the moment. It's the only one with that the suspension that you can change, but I'm sure they'll bring other tanks in Cold War. But yeah, thanks for watching.